and welcome back to day 4 of our Rokr Dream Gift Factory. And how cool is that? This is how far we have got. We obviously, music plays, I've left that off for now, and we will be building yet more onto it. How exciting. So I pulled quite a few steps, so we will start with step 9. Let's unplug you. We disturb Juliet, of course, and we will make a start. Won't be long till we're going to be wanting it back. So the first part of step 9, get that out of the way, is with these pieces, just little pieces. So we have this one, need to push it all the way down into E57, which is this one. Goes all the way down, and it needs to be with the right side facing this way. A little hat, how cool is that? Then 40, which I believe is this one, yep. And C9, this one with it facing that way with the brown up, and this facing away. So you're going to make sure it's all the way up, otherwise it's not got enough to grab hold of. And it should look something like so. Is that right, my friend? Is that right? Yes, it's right. No, that's wrong. You know why? Oh, can I get it out again? This is what makes them looser, by the way, when you keep putting them on and off. So this one, so the top bit is right, but the one underneath, this one, is on the wrong way around. You want the curved side face forward, so it kind of has a flat edge. I did the flat edge going forward, so you can see on the back here it's got a flat edge here, and you want the flat edge on the same side, so that it looks almost like steps going up to it. Alright, now let's pop that back in. A lot easier to put in the second time around. Then we are going to grab some other pieces here. What were I meant to do with that? Oh, I meant to do something with this. I meant to put this part as is facing like so. Double check myself, yeah. Okay, like this. So it looks. No. Again. No. That's just wrong. Get my angles all confused, not like the first time. There we go. Angle now correct. And then we go on to the next piece, which is here. And we are going to be putting it in on this side. Let me have this facing me a minute. With it in there. Does it go further down like that? Oh, I see. Shows a little peephole area. You'd think this would be the up the other way, wouldn't you? Surely it's got to be going in like this. Doesn't look right at all. It still went on this piece wrong. Doesn't go through a peephole at all. Goes through this way with the green facing forward, with the hat facing forward, and it goes into the back there too. Dear, I'm worried about myself. Obviously one of those days. There's nothing too complicated for today. I may not make it. Which means that I actually had it the right way in the first place, by the way. You're looking at it and you're like, you had it right. Yes, yes, yes. So I did. Okay. And we take 17. This piece. This is 37, not 17. Where are they? 17. Did I bring 17? 16. Yes, 17. And this goes in here, like so. Okay, then we take 37. This one. And we have these two, and they can be facing the gold side forward. So you've got the little one and the big one. Little tab. Both little tabs. Ignore that then. This goes on here. Which then slots in to here. At the bottom of this one and here. Cool. Oh, that's not in there. And then there's some tabs at the back for this one as well. When we can get it in far enough anyway. There we go. A piece over, which we're going to put on in a minute. Okay, bring the main model back. This side showing, side on. Let me have a look, see if I can not make a mistake. Where is it going? That's this way for starters. Okay, it goes on the end of here and onto here. Okay, oh, and back here. Back here. Right down there. And I worked out a process for elimination. Lined up to line this up at the bottom. Okay, push. Right. Then we take this piece, and this one is going in. Let me find out where it's going. Okay. I'd like to say I understand where it's going, but I don't. Bear with me. Alright, it's brown side down, and it goes in over this tab here, this one, and into the one at the back. Which still doesn't make any sense. This way, brown side up. Ignore everything I just said. Brown side up, and then it goes in fine. Wow. I do. I'm quite concerned with myself. You try and work it out. Obviously, we can see what good that did me. Okay, next, keep your model. We're going to be using two rather large pieces. I'm going to use this one first, and this is going to go in back here to seal everything off, I assume. It does go in here. It's got a hole in the bottom. We are going to be moving the light through here, by the way. Is that easier? Should we do that first? No, it says put this in first. So you want to hook this over here. Make sure you're hooking it over this piece back here. So hook that in, then go through the bottom. Okay, like so. Then we take our light, which is this one. Let's check that it is the blue light that's going. No, it's this one. Okay, we're taking the blue light through the hole on here. Like so. Oh, there's a hole on this piece as well. So take it through here, and then through here. There we go. Alright. And then we're putting this on top. And it goes with the baker part to the front. So let's see what's lining up. That's lining up there, that's lining up there. So this one and this one are going over here and here, which means this one, I'm assuming we'll go through this one, and then that one there. Looks like how it's going to go, so it's connecting to 4 points. Back to our in. This one I can get in. This one just needs to go. Skedaddle on a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it will look something like so. So you've got your long wire over here. You've got this strip over here too, and you have your short wire gone through both those holes. Right, and now it's giving me some guidance. The bead faces downwards, it says. Does it now? Okay, so what the book's saying is you should have a bead here, which I do, and it faces downwards. I'm not sure how I can tell it how to face, but I do have it where it says to have it. So, and then wrap the sign first. Okay, oh, done again. Okay, let's not talk about the short wire anymore. Let's move on to the red wire. So, which is the long one. So, what it said was you have to wrap this, and they want you to do this before you put the top on, by the way. And that's why you want the bead going downwards. So it goes something like so. I think. Yeah, something like that. So my bead just reaches. I have another bead here, but I can't get that any tighter, not without breaking it. Potentially, I could get it like that, and then let the string go to the front of lights. Pretty sure that's what it means. Is it where it's meant to be? Okay, I get it. So it wants it to go underneath first, and then on top. But then it wants the bead should be underneath. So the light should be underneath, but it thinks it's going to get there by doing it this way. For me, it seems like the only way it's going to get there is doing it this way, and you want to kind of have it coming through that hole there. So I think I'm fine wrapping it this way. It's not exactly what they mean, but I think we're going to be okay. And then we move on to step 10. Whew, quite worn out now after that. It was quite the thing. Alright, so step 10 is quite a large step, by the way. So, as you can see, there are many pieces. I tried to poke this through, because it looks like it from the back that it's a separate piece, so yeah, don't do that. Now, because these are all finishing pieces, most of them aren't labelled, so I have written on the back in the hope that the writing doesn't show, although hindsight, I could have used a pencil, but you know, I didn't. I used a pen. Okay. Alright, we have all our pieces. So, let's see. We start with this one, which is labelled as 21. And we put in these. Nope. 13. It's 14. So 14 goes. Just go this way. Well, no, it doesn't. I think it's East brown side showing. So it goes in here. I can get that in. And then 13. Very wiggly 13. And then 2 17s. Which I believe are these. I did not write on these. I think it might even have a part number written on it. I think it does. as well. Nice to be working with some red. Pretty exciting. Take that out as I can't get at this one. Okay. And then we need 16. 7 and 15, like so, like so. Okay, and then this on here. What do you think it's meant to show? Maybe it's like a sugar cane type thing, even though it's the wrong shape. It's kind of got that sort of pattern, hasn't it? Alright, from here we use this piece and this goes in at the top, like so. That was good then. Maybe I didn't put it in very well. That makes you think that that would be the case. Feels like it is. As this. This is rather loose though. I'm going to pop a bit of glue on there. Because it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not a moving part, but this is very loose going on, as we could tell when it came off. So just make sure the red side is facing. Okay, and that will take, haven't had to use any glue I don't think, have we? Have we? I can't recall. Don't recall using any on this build. Right. Then we want, let's see, this piece going in here. This way around with the dots. And then 41. This piece with the windows like so. Okay, and then oh, I need a different part as well. And this part, but it also has another part. So this one's going to go in here. But there's two parts to it. There's also a see-through part that's going to go through. So it goes in this way. Let me get rid of that. 70. Never mind, I got all excited that we were going to be using a plastic piece. It's not that at all, it's this piece. Which goes like so. So I'll put them together. It's kind of cool. I imagine it will be easier. Maybe put this one in. You have to face me a minute, guys. So like so. It really wasn't too difficult. I made it look a lot worse than it actually was. And then we're going to put this other side on, which says gifts. just have to line up 10 million things. No big deal. No, I want you to stay in there. Okay, let's start with this one on. Line you up. Line you up. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Not sure what I have this for. Hopefully I wasn't meant to use it. Oh yeah. Right, now we need our model again. And this time it's going to go in the front here, at the bottom here, and it's got 2 hooks. So pop it in and then push it back. And is this catching anywhere? There are 2 hooks on the wall. One. Don't say my light went through the wrong place. I think it did, you know. I think the light was meant to go through there, and I got it going through here. Done it. Okay, I'll take it apart and rectify that, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, it wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought, so I only had to take this one piece off. So I'm going to pop that back on now. If I could do it the right way, would be good. Yeah, this way. So not bad at all. I thought I was going to have to pull the whole thing apart, but it was really pretty easy. So what you want to just make sure of is when you're doing that blue wire is it goes through this hole here, and I have a little bit more I can take from it. So I could have done it technically without taking this off, by the way, but it's a bit easier with taking it off. A bit more access. Right, now we're where we should have been. Then we'll be putting it into this one and this one. So it goes in here, slides back, push it in. Kind of cool, isn't it? It's making a little tunnel. Sorry, gotta have it face me for a moment because it's a tight fit and I'm not sure what I can press against and what I can't. Put my hand in there to press. No. Oh, I can go that way. Okay, and it does click in. Is this part meant to be under or over? Can I see it afterwards? No. Okay. So you want to make sure that this one here, this strip, is down. We're putting this in. So it goes inside out back. Just really making sure it's clearing it, I think. Hope and a pray. Anyway, that is in. It wasn't easy, wasn't terrible, and I think it's just making sure that there's a tiny piece right back here that bar, I think, goes inside it. I'm saying I think because I couldn't swear to it either. Then we have these two pieces, which are going to, this is going to hold it in place. So with the brown side showing outward, and that just literally goes in front of that part that we just put on. And then I'm going to test this because I've been messing around with the lights and everything. It always makes me a bit nervous. Plus make sure that that bar is meant to be inside and that's not meant to be the other way. And then this piece goes in here and here, I believe. How, one might ask? Oh, I see. There's a little tab. There's a tab in between them as well, so put this in like so. So I guess the handle with the gold upwards though. Like so. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what we got. Breathe. I'm sure it will work wonderful. Where is it? Is it working? Yes. Okay, me worrying about that stick to be on the inside. I don't think it's a moving stick anyway. Let me turn that music off. So I don't think this stick actually would be moving anyway. So just make sure it's on the inside. So how cool is that? We have a box disappearing. The illusion. Oh, it lights up every now and then. You see that? Down here. Oh, you know why? It's every time the parcel goes in front of it. Da 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 da. In front of the lights. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if that's going to remain like that there. Ah, how awesome. I'm not sure what this light is meant to be. I know it's meant to be there. I'm guessing it's going to be reflecting on something. Right, getting on, because step 10 is a big step. We don't need to be playing with it all day. Let me, I have more pieces ready to rock and roll. So let's pop this again to one side. That was quite a big step, wasn't it? Well, we're still on the step, but quite a big part of it. Back 2 ticks. I'm very much hoping we can get step 10 finished, by the way. Right, first of all, we take this piece facing this way. Take this piece facing this way. All the way through. Then we put the small one at the top. Probably right in the wrong way. I'm finding this build super fun, honestly. If you end up doing it, I think it's a winner so far anyway. And this one the same. Long may that continue. I mean, that, you know, when you're touching the actual main build now, it's a little bit stressful because you don't want to break anything, so it does become a little bit of a thing. But with this one, and that goes in the middle. No, it doesn't. Where does it go? Oh, this way anyway. Goes in here. It does. Pretty sure. With the yellow facing forward. Yeah. All the way down. It's going to go in. It's just a bit of. There we go, that one clicked. Okay, now it's all the way in. Oh, I see, because it pokes out the bottom. Well, didn't help, did it? Let's put the little one at the top. No, we're okay. We had it right. Phew. And then we are putting J36, which leaves this one. This one in here. Of course, can't lean anything on here now. And J37, which was this one. An angle. I'm not sure how the pattern is. Let's face upwards. Okay, there's writing on it. Oh, good grief. There is. I cannot see writing on this. Let me show you. You see writing on it? Maybe these lines indicate writing. Imagine this is meant to be writing, but it's very worn out. Oh, I think that's meant to be writing, and it's meant to be towards the top. I think that's what it's trying to say. I hope, because if that does have writing on it, it's been rubbed off. I don't think that'd be by me. Then this piece goes in with the red dots. Oh, take that back. Then we put this piece on next, which goes like so. Helps to have the right piece, doesn't it? I was reading part numbers right to that point too, which is always the way. Okay, and then this one fits with the circles at the top, like so. Whatever it is looking cool. Like so. Okay, and then that stands on this piece. Like so. So catching this one and this one. How cool is that? Ah, and we're putting it in. This is going to catch the piece that goes up and down. So in here. So it looks like we push it in and then push it down. So it goes through the big hole. Like so. She says. And then push it down. How cool does that look? That's it, and that's the only place this catches in. It doesn't catch into anything else because it's a moving part. Ooh, that's exciting. I'm really pretty excited about it. Oh, okay. And then we have our next pot, of which we need one piece, which is 28, and this is not coloured. at all. He's just going to secure it in. You would have thought it would have some yellow on or something, wouldn't you? But it isn't. Okay, I'm going to knead that towards me. Okay, went in quite easily in the end. Okay, and then that's done. Get the instructions a bit closer to me. Still working on the same side. We are using 18 and 44. 18. So 18, let's put 18 in first. It goes like this, in here on the side. So it's just these two by the side of it. And then 44, which is this one. Move this towards that. That goes in these two here. That one and that one. Wire out the way. Okay, let me have this a bit closer to me. Again. Might have been easier to put this one in first, by the way. Could very well have been easier. It's definitely the right shape. There we go. Definitely would have been easier to have put this back one, this one back here. Put the light on for you guys. So it was this piece back here, and we put that one on, but it would have been easier to have put this one on first before that one. Okay, so we're done. Then they have the instructions sometimes right close to the centre fold. We are taking the Rokr one with these two pieces. See if I can get the right angle. Be a bit tricky. I think it goes in like this. Can't do. I think it goes in like that. And that goes in that one. Like so. Doesn't look the right angle at all. Let me try it this way. Yes. Sometimes trial and error. I'll show you. you saw any of me messing around with that anyway. So it looks like one will have brown showing on the outside and one won't. I don't know if that's meant to be that way. It does seem to be that way. Maybe it doesn't matter because it's not telling you to make sure certain ones are certain ways. So I think it's something like so. And then that goes on. One would think it mattered. Maybe you're not going to see much of it. Okay, this one goes on here. I'm going to go with you don't see much of this side. So very tight fit. We are almost at the end of step 10. Almost. Okay, so it goes something like so. Looks roughly right, I think. Okay, the last pot for 10. Okay, then we are then taking this piece. Oh, well, I started with more of these slopey things, so one of those, this, and this, and same sort of principle. So this time I'm going to put this one in here first. Really quite difficult to know which way it's going. It goes in like so, and it would be like this. Is that right? Ooh, it's tricky. I actually really don't know. It would also be something like so. No, it wouldn't be that. But once he coloured the brown on the outside, and this would then go into here like so, if I did it this way. Which potentially is correct. Okay. Which gives the rocking part at the bottom. There's a rounded, like a little rounded part to it. That's what I think. I couldn't swear, but this rounded, more rounded edge goes on one side. That's what I'll be thinking. And then that goes into here on these pieces. And find if it's wrong in a moment. See, I think it should be that way, maybe. So it's like so. Is it? No. I think I had it right the first time. But theirs looks like they're touching really close together here. In mine, definitely not. Oh, so it's not all the way in. Okay, phew. So like that. So it does have the rocking bit at the bottom, the rounded edge at the bottom. So that means this one's also cracked. And then this goes in this tab here. Like so. Okay. Inside. Okay. These we will be installed. No, I know a piece of this broke, and there wasn't a spare. However, I think it could be fixed on the build. This is the part that broke. Okay, right, so let's start this. And this is the last we'll do today, and then tomorrow we can start on step 11. But it would mean that we had got through all of this step, which I'm quite happy about. Okay, why do none of my pieces look like their pieces? Okay, this one, J35. This piece goes in here, like so. And then this one goes on this side, equally like so. Then these two go on here, making sure that the brown side is facing outwards. And same with this. And then we put a lid on it. Two wider ends and two smaller ones opposite each other. They just push in, so it's fine if it... Oh, they're both brown tops. Surely they're not. I chipped it. Finally, didn't even look a complicated thing. Then we put this on, which goes the opposite side to where those holes are. So it goes, it won't go that way, mate. So I'm pretty certain this one's going to go on top of there. So maybe these holes aren't for anything really. Okay, so we have this one first, which will go in, whereas trying to avoid putting it in, it goes all the way down, so it's flat on the base, like so, and this one goes across it, again, all the way down, get those bunny ears down. Okay. Right, broken piece. Let's get you mended. And I thought it'd be easier to do it on the build, this one, than try and do it off. Okay. Would never know when it dries anyway. Just got to line it up a bit better. But yeah, it broke straight coming out the form, it did. Okay, and that's that. Then we stick this in the bottom of it. This way up. Oh, it's on the side, I see. This side, which didn't have an end, this goes on. Okay, let's put you back on. Come on, stop being shy. Maybe I should have used another glue to have secured it, but it will be fine. I'm not going to be touching it after this for a good few hours. Okay, so I wish I'd painted the other side of these red, to be honest with you, but I didn't. Now we have to live with the consequences, and then this, oh I see, oh that's kind of cool, is going to go in to the slot down here. Ooh, see if I show you down there. It's going to go in there, facing like this. So you just need to stay on. Of course, that's on the side which is going to show. Try not to touch it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look how cool that looks. I know it's got glue on there at the moment, but it's still, it's pretty good. I love the fact how they advertise themselves, as they should, by the way. All for that. Anyway, we are going to call that a day. We will give it one more test to see how we are doing, and make sure all these lights work now. And then I'll let you know what's coming in step 11, because that is the next one. Oops. There's the button. So all the wires, and there we go. The leaves. How cool is that? So this whole thing was just decorative. The parcel goes in and out. That is so cool. How awesome is that? How clever. I love it. I actually really do. I mean, you know, I'm such a child at heart, and it is my favourite season, I have to say. Actually, my favourite holiday of all time, always has been, whole of my life. Alrighty guys, so I am going to call that for today, like I say. Thank you very much for watching. Do leave any comments. I would love to hear what your thoughts are of how everything's progressing, because I think it's progressing wonderfully. I am, like I say, really, really happy with that. It's such a good buy. I mean, they're not cheap, these things, but such a good buy. Long may this continue to please me like it is. Alrighty, so like I say, if you haven't yet, do please like and subscribe, and I will see you for day, what are we on? or the next day. Can't remember. Let's see, day 5? Day 5, yes. I will see you on day 5. So most of all, take care of yourselves. Take care. Bye bye, guys.